Hi everybody, this is part one of a tutorial series on creating profiles in Lightforge. So in this tutorial we're going to talk through what profiles are and how to create a basic profile. So profiles are Lightforge's way of translating the information that you're entering into Lightforge into something that the lighting fixtures can understand. So if I select a light and adjust the intensity and the color, Lightforge knows what I'm trying to do here. It has all of this information, but in order to get it into a form that the lighting fixtures can understand, it has to pass through a profile. So I'm going to create a new profile, and we'll go into edit mode, and I'm going to go ahead and add a new profile. And we're just going to make a new dimmer. So I'm just going to name this test dimmer. And I'm going to select generic manufacturer and dimmer for the model. And for profile type, you have two options. You can either choose a node profile or a Python profile. Node profiles are the default type of profile in Lightforge, and it uses the node system. A Python profile uses Python scripting and allows you to do everything that you can do in the node profile and then a little bit more above and beyond that. However, the node profiles are a little bit easier to work with, and in general, that is what you'll be making your profiles in. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new node profile. So the window that comes up is the node editor. And by default, the node editor will have two nodes to start with. The first one is the attributes node, and the attributes node gives you access to all of the different attributes within Lightforge, whether that's intensity or color or positioning or any of the secondary attributes. The fixture output node gives you access to the actual DMX values that are going out to the fixture. So if I want to create a very simple dimmer, all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the pin for add attribute and drag it over to the pin for input channel 1 or output channel 1 on the fixture. And then I'm going to choose intensity. And what this is doing is it's saying that the attribute that I am adding on the attributes node is going to be intensity. And I'll hit OK. All right, there we go. So that is all I need for a basic dimmer profile. As I increase the intensity, you'll see right here that the value changes, and that's the actual value that's going to be output to the lighting fixture. So if I were to assign this fixture to channel 200, channel 1 on here will be channel 200, channel 2 would be 201, 3 would be 202, so on and so forth. And so it's very simple to take the input value and connect it to the output. Now, one of the really handy things that you can do with the node system is manipulate the data as it's passing through the node graph. So to do that, I'll demonstrate that by adding in the ability for us to limit this particular profile to never go over 60%. So to do that, all I have to do is add a multiply node and a value node. And I'm going to set the value to 0.6 for 60%, and I did that by double-clicking on the value node. And then I will connect the output of intensity into the multiply node and the output of value. And now what it's going to do is it's going to take value of 0.6 and multiply it by the intensity, and that's giving me this output value right here. And as I am increasing it, it goes up, and at its maximum value, it's 60% of the maximum value that I have set here. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug that from the first pin on the output, and I will plug the output of the multiply node into the input of the fixture output node. And now I have a basic dimmer profile that's limited to 60%. So that's the basics of creating a dimmer profile. If I want to save this, all I have to do is I close the window and hit yes, I want to save my changes. And now I can add a dimmer in with that profile.